Okay, so I'm about to make some taco soup, and here are the items that you're gonna need. You're gonna need a pot, you're gonna need a spoon, you're gonna need a can opener, possibly a measuring spoon if you, I'll let you know why, and then a strainer. And that's all you're gonna need to make the taco soup. As far as the tools go, food-wise, you need some onions. You need like one large onion. I already have mine cut up. You're gonna need some type of meat if you eat meat. If you don't, then just leave the meat out. And we've had it with beef, we've had it with chicken, we've had it with ground turkey, we've had it meatless, so we've had it with just what's in the cans, and it's all good. So we like every single version we enjoy. The chicken's really good. All you do is add like shredded chicken. Get one of those chickens from the store, or get or just roast your chicken in the oven prior and then just shred it. Then you're gonna need some ranch salad dressing and seasoning mix. We just use the I don't even know if I can show that, but we just use the generic brand. Some McCormick's taco sauce. Now, like I said earlier, like this is one of our staples, so we went ahead and just invested in one of the giant things at Costco. So but you can actually just buy like the packets, and then if you use the packets, you want to use just one packet. Hi Adam.
Hi. Giving the recipe, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
I'll play games.
Okay, play games. And then you're gonna need a can of chili beans. I just get the hot because I don't mind it a little spicy. Black beans, corn. Ooh. And you can get the little corn one too if you don't want such a large thing of corn. these were on sale because it's almost Thanksgiving, so I just happened to get a big one. And then 2 cans of tomatoes. You can use stewed tomatoes. I've done that before. You just kind of have to usually you get them in there like whole, so you kind of have to like mush them up. Or you can use the Rotel, I think it is, Rotel version. Now, these are 2 ingredients that we added to the recipe that weren't in the original recipe that we got. We add green chilies and hominy. So first things first, you want to go ahead and obviously turn on your stove. And let me get a knife, for this is going to be kind of hard to do while I'm with one hand here. Now, if I do ground beef, I like to just spend a little extra amount of cash and get the no added hormones or antibiotics. This is vegetarian fed, but I like to get just the no added hormones is kind of what I would prefer, but it is more expensive, so you can just use whatever you want. But okay, so you get your beef in the pan here. Okay. And I've already washed my hands, so you gotta be super safe with the washing of the hands, because right now I'm not exactly I'm kind of ill, so. And then I just put the onions in. I actually just put it all together and kind of mix it in together, because the fat from the meat will help with caramelize the onions a little bit. So you first got to get that all cooked up. So let's see. This is not easy to do one-handed. Usually I have to like hold the pot and stuff. Okay, so while that's browning in there, I'm gonna go ahead and drain my black beans. So I have this strainer, okay, and I'm gonna take my black beans to the sink here. This is gonna be interesting. Here, let's see if I can set this little guy right here. Okay. And I take them in, I put them in this thing. And then I just run a little water over them. Okay, so they're not as sticky All right, and then I just kind of put that like that so that it kind of drains, and I just leave it right there until I'm ready to pour and put them in. Okay, so let's see how our progress is here. Looking good, and you can already see how like the there's a little bit of fat there, you know, and I get the lean one though, so it won't be overly fat, but it'll help cook the onions down. So once everything gets browned in there, we add the packet of the ranch dressing to, you know, to this mix here. Then you add your McCormick's, your taco seasoning mix. Because we get the big jug, I do about 2 tablespoons of this, and that's kind of what we figured out was the equivalent of one like package of McCormick's. Is about 2 tablespoons of this seasoning. All right, okay. So our meat is browned. We are going to go ahead and add the ranch dressing powder to it. Remember, people, I'm trying to do this one-handed. Okay, and then I went ahead and just pre-measured the McCormick's stuff out in a bowl because I knew I'd be doing this one-handed. All right, and so you kind of get that all incorporated. And here comes the fun and easy part. Okay, this is one of the simplest dinners ever. What you do is you want to go ahead and add the rest of your ingredients. Here's your chili beans, and I don't drain my chili beans. I just put it all in. Okay. Tomatoes. And the hominy. You can see the color of the hominy is white. You can get white or yellow, whatever you prefer. And like I said, the hominy is optional. The original recipe doesn't even have hominy. Green chilies. And a little bit of corn. I think I'm gonna add maybe, I was gonna add half the can, but I think I'm just gonna add it all because whatever. Be nice and vegetable-y. Okay, and then I'm gonna get my black beans here and pour those in. Okay. And then you just incorporate everything together. And actually, the green chilies, that's kind of a newer addition on our part, and those add a lot of flavor. They're really good. So I would highly recommend the green chilies. The hominy, that's kind of be an acquired taste there. So you know, the texture is a little strange, it's a little softer than regular corn. So okay, so then what you do is once that's all incorporated together, you go ahead and turn your stove to like low, okay, and then set your timer for an hour. Okay, and that counts down there. Okay, and then I should have got the lid out prior, and then you cover it and you let it do its thing. So in about an hour we'll have delicious taco soup. The way we serve it is you can serve it, and you can just eat it as is, it's really good, but to kick it up a notch, add like a dollop of sour cream, like a sprinkle of cheese, like maybe some like, you know, shredded cheese, and then you can either crunch some chips on it or maybe use some chips to dip, or don't completely. The chips are going to add calories to your meal, so you know, if you don't even need the calories. But if you look up online taco soup, Weight Watchers taco soup recipe, you'll see it on there, and you'll see kind of what, you know, it's a very low cal meal altogether. There's really not, other than the meat, there's really not a lot in it that's real high in calories. So okay, so here's the finished product. So here's after about an hour. It gets all bubbly and delicious. You can see how everything kind of There's a lot more liquid in there. Everything kind of reduced. Yummy, yummy. In my tummy. There's a party in my tummy. So yummy, so yummy. Okay. And here is just a little bit of sour cream and a sprinkle of cheese. And now Adam and I are going to sit down, probably watch some Chuck or American Horror Story, don't really know, and complete our evening. So that is all, and until next time.